Segawa kan. Lepas tu dia split dia ni.
Tapi sebelah tu dia dah bagi aku ngam lah. Dia orang main MCP. Tinggal aku tutup kat MCP dia orang.
Ya.
Dia nak apa? Saya macam benda tutup kat MCP.
Jalan lah.
Okey, kenal.
Jadi kalau
Ni lah. Ini tutup kat MCP dia.
dia abang nak pergi dah.
Harap ni habis awal.
Mereka ambil produksi tu hantar lagi satu lagi kan. Jalan dia saja.
Dia bayar.
Kiara kuat lah tu.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite all of you to kindly take your seats as we shall be starting shortly. Thank you very much for being a part of our conference today as we place the focus on cybersecurity. We'd like to invite all our guests to kindly join us inside the Mandian Hall as we shall be starting momentarily. Members of the media, we invite you to set up your cameras within the advised area, and we would also like to advise that everyone observe the SOPs by having your face mask on at all times, unless of course consuming any food or beverage. Thank you for your kind cooperation, ladies and gentlemen. Upon the announcement of the arrival of our guest of honor, please kindly rise and remain standing for the national anthem, which shall play shortly thereafter. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still just outside the hall, we'd like to invite you to kindly take your seats. Please do kindly join us inside the Mandarin Hall if you are signed up for the Cybersecurity Conference, as we place the focus on the ever-changing landscape of cybersecurity globally and how it impacts us here in our region. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're just outside once again, please do kindly take your seats. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of Datuk Seri Wan Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdullah, Secretary General to the Ministry of Home Affairs Malaysia, representing Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Hamzah Zainuddin, Minister of Home Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, please kindly rise for the national anthem of Malaysia, the Negara. Thank you. Thank you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Do kindly be seated. Datuk Seri Wan Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdullah, Secretary General to the Ministry of Home Affairs Malaysia, representing Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Hamzah Zainuddin, Minister of Home Affairs. Tan Sri Acryl Sani Abdullah Sani, Inspector General of Police. Professor Dr. Muhammad Riza bin Wahidin, Vice Chancellor, Islamic Science University of Malaysia. Datuk Haji Abdul Halim bin Haji Abdul Rahman, Deputy Secretary General, Security, Ministry of Home Affairs. Datuk Muhammad Fauzi bin Mat Isa, Deputy Secretary General, Policy and Control, Ministry of Home Affairs. Distinguished guests, speakers, sponsors, conference delegates, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome and thank you for joining us as we place the focus on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is at the forefront of threats globally. It can range from attacks on dating sites to banks and hospitals. The consequence in the real world truly differs. From mere embarrassments to loss of financial resources to actual threats on life, as a recent attack in Germany on a hospital where hundreds of lives were placed at risk is evidence of. Today we hope to unravel some of the key issues and updates on knowledge of cybersecurity and how defenders continue to defend despite the fact that attackers only need to be successful once for an attack to occur. On that note, without further ado, I'd like to now invite Mr. Astro Nazim, Conference Director of the Cyber Defense and Security Conference, to deliver his opening remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdul Aziz, Secretary General of Home Affairs Ministry, yang dihormati Tan Sri Acryl Sani, Abdullah Sani, IGP of Malaysia, yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Muhammad Reza bin Wahidin, Vice Chancellor Islamic Science, University of Malaysia, Datuk M. Gandhi, Director of the DSC Exhibition and Conference in Berhad, international VIP delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all the organizing committee, I would like to welcome Yang Berbahagia Datuk Sri Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdul Aziz, Secretary General, Ministry of Home Affairs, for officiating this meaningful event on behalf of Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin, Minister of Home Affairs. The first Cyber Defense Conference began its humble beginnings in 2018 with the aim of gathering leaders and professionals in the cybersecurity community in Southeast Asia to connect, to network, and to gain latest insights on the development of the industry so that everyone can collaborate and stay ahead of the curve. The theme of this two-day conference, Working Together Towards the Future of Cybersecurity in Southeast Asia, comes at a time where it is most appropriately needed, a time where we are relying more on technology than ever before. We are excited to be hosting this conference for you today, and we look forward to be engaging in this conference and exhibition that we have in MITEC. Now, without further ado, it is my great pleasure and honor to invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Sri Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdul Aziz, Secretary General of Home Affairs Ministry, to deliver the keynote address and to officially launch our Cyber Defense Conference in MITEC today. Thank you, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tan Sri Acryl Sani Abdullah Sani, Inspector General of Police, Malaysia, Professor Datuk Dr. Muhammad Reza bin Wahidin, Vice Chancellor Islamic Science University of Malaysia, Datuk M. Gandhi, Director of DSA Exhibitions and Conferences, Sdn Bhd, Your Excellencies, international delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I have great pleasure in extending a warm welcome to all delegates who are here with us at the Cyber Defense and Security Conference DSA NetSet Asia 2022, organized by DSA Exhibitions in Berhad. Especially to those from abroad, I would like to say selamat datang, and I hope that your stay with us in the next few days will be comfortable and a memorable one. You have come to connect, to learn, and to engage in meaningful exchanges on how governments, businesses, and other related stakeholders can collectively work together to elevate the cybersecurity agenda. I am truly honored to be delivering this keynote address, as I will not have come to a better times. The last 3 years have been a unique period, a challenging time for all of us, as we have all witnesses the majority of the world's workforce have had a rapid adapt in meeting the challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemics, in having to be at home and work remotely, have necessitated the use of high-speed internet and innovative digital technologies to enable the continuity of livelihood, businesses and government's activities. The Malaysian government understands too well the value of embracing innovative technologies to drive its digital economy in order to achieve sustainable growth in the long term. The rationale behind digitalization is clear. It improves efficiencies, competitiveness and economic skills. Business from online shopping grew more than 53%, and online food delivery jumped by 61%. The government introduced the Prihatin Economic Financial Stimulus Package to incentive the business community. For Malaysia, our digital economy is expected to contribute about 22.6% to our GDP by the year 2025. As we double down on our effort to develop ourselves into a digital-driven nation, we also need to recognize that cyber threat actors are lurking by the sideline, waiting to exploit the national strategy. The acts of cyber crimes disrupt our digital economy sector, poses a threat to our national well-being, and must be dealt with at all costs. In the book Jenayah Siber of Malaysia, Impak Leluasa Internet or Cybercrimes in Malaysia, Pervasive Impact of the Internet, published by the Institute of Public Security of Malaysia, or IPSOM, Ministry of Home Affairs, studies have shown that cyber threat and online scams are increasing at alarming rates. Almost 70% of commercial crime cases are now categorized as cyber crimes cases. The number are staggering. The Royal Malaysian Police has recorded reports of losses of 2.23 billion ringgit from the period of 2017 to June 2021. The Malaysian government continues to make progress in the governance and coordinating that addressing cyber security. The International Telecommunication Union has scored and ranks Malaysia as number 5 in the Global Cyber Security Index 2020 scores and comes in at number 2 in Asia Pacific regions after Singapore. This recognition is a true testament that reflects our commitment to address cyber security. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have much more than a calculator in our pockets. What we have in our pocket is an innovative tool that has the ability to produce an intended effect, capable of not just making videos or making friends or spread hopes and ideas, but it is also a tool. In fact, it has the power to spread fears, misinform or propagate violence on a greater scale and with potential devastating effect. The advancements in artificial intelligence or AI and deep learning technologies are now easily accessible to make falsified information appear so real, such that someone can be seen to see things that they have never actually said. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, all this is attributed to the advancements in technology. However, the problem does not lie with technology in itself. The deeper truth is that human behavior and expectations of illegal materials are now easily accessible to underage group, and where the cultures of everyday life are now shaped by the focus of social media. The internet has indeed changed the world. It has changed history, and it has certainly changed us. In the right hand, the technology we have in our pocket can do wonder for society. And in the wrong hand, we have been seen the same tool and skill set can enormously be destructive. The tool we have today that bring us closer together can also drive us further apart. Ladies and gentlemen, this gel rightfully into the themes of this conference, which call for the working together toward the future of cybersecurity in the Southeast Asia. The need for a safe and secure cyberspace has become more important than ever. We must collectively learn from experiences of the past, such as those from the Estonian cyber attack in 2007 and the Ukrainian power grid attack in 2015. As we move forward into the future of living with technology, where smart cities are being built and mission-critical data are being sent across the internet to database for real-time tracking, monitoring, and response. It is without a single doubt that cybersecurity must be placed at the forefront of the entire digital ecosystem. In the study done by Google, it is projected that the digital economy in Southeast Asia is expected to double to $360 billion in 2025, surpassing the previous focus of $303 billion. As such, ASEAN countries should continue to strengthen existing cooperations and to identify existing gaps to improve and elevate regional cybersecurity agenda. Collaborative efforts such as multi-stakeholder initiative gathering representatives from all relevant cybersecurity institutions and government agencies with representatives from the private sector, including private companies, banking sectors, universities and NGOs, to perform cyber test drill at national level should also be extended to regional level. These acts of cooperation will certainly further strengthen the relationship between ASEAN's members countries and provide a more common understanding on how to handle cyber attack direct to the Southeast Asia regions. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my gratitude to all our international speakers and panel members who will be sharing their talk, experiences and views on how our nations can further collaborate to elevate the cybersecurity agenda with the aim to protect our growing digital economy in these regions. It is my sincere hope that this conference will enable all of you to gain new insight and share brilliant ideas and experiences so that we can work together as we advance into the new era of defense and homeland security. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank to the people who have put this event together, the sponsor, Mandians, and the strategic cybersecurity enabler, Fortinet, and their valuable contributions in making this conference a success. I wish you all an engaging and rewarding conference level. Thank you.
Thank you Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Wan Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdulaziz for representing Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Hamzah Zainuddin in delivering the keynote. And now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to direct your attention to the screen as we introduce you to our latest initiative to help promote cybersecurity awareness in Malaysia. And on that note, I would now like to invite Datuk Muhammad Fauzi bin Isa, Deputy Secretary General, Policy and Control, Ministry of Home Affairs, Malaysia, to accompany Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Wan Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdulaziz, Secretary General, Ministry of Home Affairs, as well as Professor Dr. Muhammad Riza bin Wahidin, Vice Chancellor, Islamic Science, University, Malaysia, to kindly join us on stage. We'd like to invite Datuk Muhammad Fauzi to kindly present a copy of the new publication on cybersecurity awareness, which will be made available in Bahasa Melayu to Datuk Seri Wan Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdulaziz. The book is a collaboration between IPSOM as well as the Islamic Science University of Malaysia in promoting awareness and taking cybersecurity to the next level, on a heightened level for all Malaysians. And this book will be made available to the public soon. To conclude the event, I'd like to invite all our distinguished guests to kindly join us on stage for a final commemorative photograph. Distinguished guests. Thank you, members of the media, for recording this photograph. And with that, we have come to the end of the opening ceremony. We'd like to thank Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Wan Ahmad Dahlan bin Abdul Aziz, Secretary General of the Ministry of Home Affairs, for representing Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Hamzah Zainuddin, Minister of Home Affairs Malaysia, in delivering the opening keynote. Please join us in thanking the Secretary General of the Ministry of Home Affairs Malaysia. Thank you, sir.